part 3 of our interview with Zappos CEO and best-selling author, Tony Hsieh. Now back to our host, Kevin Kelly, on the BuzzBubble.
Do you have any opinions of social networking, social media, its influence on business?
So I personally hate that phrase, social media.
Networking or social media?
All of the above. Okay. I guess just because so many companies now, it's become the latest buzzword or trend or whatever, and so they focus on, what's their social media strategy and so on. And for us, that's just kind of a weird thing to focus on, because it shouldn't matter whether it's through Twitter or through the telephone. You should just treat customers well. And so, and the funny thing is, a lot of companies that focus on how do they leverage social media, haven't even gotten the basics of a telephone interaction
down right.
So I would say focus on that first, and then the rest of the stuff comes more naturally. We don't have a specific social media strategy. Our strategy in general is just provide great service for customers, and whether that's through the phone or when people come tour, or through Twitter, and whatever the next thing is. But we don't really do something special or different than when a new technology comes along.
I mean, it seems like you don't do a lot of outbound non-traditional marketing and advertising anyway. So again, it all comes back to your dollars into customer service. So I guess if you had a marketing mix, it would be part of it. But you're not, it's not like you spend it on
marketing. But definitely the vast majority that we could have spent on marketing, we spend on customer service and stuff.
What are the elements of some of your marketing and advertising that you do?
So we bid on Google keywords, for example. So if someone's searching for Nike, then they'll see the ad and then come to us.
Okay. Do you have a few people to do that? A department?
There's a direct marketing team. I mean, there's a lot of different brand keywords and so on.
Yeah, no, I'm amazed. It's got to be a huge undertaking.
Yeah.
To corner that. How many? Any idea? You may not know. I wouldn't expect you to know it. How many brands you carry? I mean, it's.
I want to say it's 1,200 brands or so.
So you know that. So how about we turn it over to getting to know Tony a little less business, a little more Tony. MacGyver aside, who were your idols and influences growing up, and what was the Hsieh household like growing up?
I like to read a lot. I still do, and so I think for any book, there's something you can learn from it. And then same thing with just meeting different people from different backgrounds. I think getting to learn other people's perspectives, especially people that aren't in the business world, there's actually a lot of interesting things that you can learn and then later on apply to the business world. So I think there isn't really any single one person or book. It's really more just about always being out to meet different types of people.
And what was the Hsieh household like growing up?
My parents were pretty strict. I grew up with 2 younger brothers, and parents were making us practice piano and violin and doing Asian parent stuff.
You still play anything?
I think I'm a little traumatized, but my brother's.
Yeah, your brother's a good player. Okay. When did you become such close friends with Red Bull, and is that relationship still firmly in place?
I know, just over the past years, I've actually cut down a little bit.
Was it college that started it, or?
I don't know. It's probably right around that time, college or right after college. Yeah, that used to be because I'm not good at getting up in the morning, so that actually used to be my breakfast every morning. I had a routine where I would pour it into a cup of ice, and so it was my equivalent of coffee.
Yeah, I was going to say it's fine. So you're turning 39 in December?
Yeah, I guess so. 12.
Oh, that's right. And then 40 comes up. Any special aspirations for 40? Any?
Make it to 41, hopefully.
So let's talk about some of the things that are important to you, and now that you have the resources to make some serious change in the world, what are the things that are important to you socially, ecologically, and maybe we could talk a little bit about the downtown project as well.
Yeah, well, right now, most of my focus and time is being spent on downtown stuff. We announced a little over a year ago we we're taking over Las Vegas City Hall, and the city actually literally just a few weeks ago moved, yeah, right there, moved from the old City Hall to a new City Hall, so that'll be our new office.
Empty now.
That's empty now, and we're gonna, retrofit the inside so it can fit 2,000 Zappos employees.
Wow.
At least. And so when we first announced it a year ago, right around that time, our original thought was, let's build a dream campus like, Nike, Google, and Apple all have these amazing campuses. Nike has, I remember when I toured, they have a pub on their,
Oh, really?
in one of their buildings. And so we surveyed our employees and asked them, what amenities do they want in their dream campus? And the number one request we got back was doggy daycare, over human daycare. And so, but then as we started thinking about it more, we realized that those campuses, Nike, Google, Apple, may be great for employees, but they're actually very insular and don't really integrate with the community around them or contribute to their surroundings. And so we decided, instead of focusing on just ourselves, let's focus on the community and the ecosystem and kind of flip the model inside out and have our campus be more like NYU, where the campus kind of blends in with the city.
Yeah.
And then we can actually help revitalize the city, which in the long term will help us ultimately attract and retain more employees.
Right. And the footprint is right around this building is kind of the...
Initially, but I mean, downtown is actually much bigger than just around here. And so the long-term plan is to help revitalize all of downtown.
And the old, what people call the old Vegas Strip is part of that? Is it an extension, or is that on the edge of it?
Yeah, so we're focused on, right now, this area called Fremont East, which is east of Las Vegas Boulevard, and all the tourist stuff is on west of Las Vegas Boulevard.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, great. Well, I think we're going to get a tour from Kim Schaefer's going to walk us around and tell us all about that. So please stay tuned for that. It's going to be fantastic. And we'll keep track as things progress, because it is quite new and a lot of things are happening every day from what I hear.
Yeah, come back and visit.
Terrific. Well, we'll wrap up with what we call the buzz round. It's 10 quick questions and quick answers. And one of them I definitely know. I don't know the answer to a couple of them based on knowing you at this point. But we'll start off with an easy one. SpongeBob or Bugs Bunny?
Oh, neither.
Okay.
Just say
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Chocolate or vanilla?
I'm not a sweets person. So
Okay.
Neither.
Steak or tofu?
Steak.
Coke or Pepsi? And I would you may want to just go for the Red Bull and we'll give you a pass.
Well, no. Actually,
Unless you
have an opinion. So Coke, but Diet Pepsi, unless it's fountain, in which Diet Coke, because Diet Coke is actually made from a different sweetener than Diet Coke in the can.
Right. Oh, it's different in the
That's why it tastes
fountain?
better. Yeah. I think they use saccharin or something in the fountain.
Ah, good to know. See, I'm always learning something on the show. I know the answer to this one, but it's what we always ask. Night owl or morning bird?
I know, for sure.
Truth or dare?
Truth.
Nature or nurture?
Nurture.
Geek or nerd?
I don't know the difference.
It's all in a name. Tron or Casablanca?
I haven't seen either.
Are you a movie buff? Not
I am, but not. I mean, I've seen the new Tron.
Okay, so
I didn't see the original
right.
one.
I'm getting the classic or the shiny, less substantial. Which I love the shiny, less substantial. I also love the classic, but you saw the new Tron?
I saw the new Tron,
opinion
but I
of it?
didn't see the old one, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have a comparison.
No, really. I mean
I
the
thought
new
it was,
one.
all right. It was
Shiny.
It was pretty.
It was pretty, right. Well, Tony, that's it. Thank you so much for taking some time, and I really appreciate it. And now we're going to go get a tour from Kim, and that's it for BuzzBubble. Thanks a lot.
That's it for our interview with Tony Hsieh. Tune in next week for our exclusive tour of Tony Hsieh's downtown project with Kim Schaefer.
That's the old City Hall building. So that big, funky, weird, cool building, that's the building that Zappos is going to be moving into. That's their headquarters.
Cool.
So construction is getting ready to start next month.
Next week on the BuzzBubble.